everybody, welcome back. And I know it's a haul video, but you're not looking at my hands, and there's a reason for that. I have some kind of different stuff to show you, and I'm going to go through it somewhat quickly because a lot of this stuff I'm going to go into more detail in specific review videos. But I did want to go through and just kind of show you this haul. Now, it's an Amazon haul. But the differences in this is I didn't buy it. My boss for my day job is actually pretty amazing. So at Christmas time last year, he gave me, he sent me a ton of stuff for Christmas that had to do with crochet. He asked me, what do I love? And I said, here is my shopping list that I go through. It's a wish list that I make for crochet stuff. And I shop off of it and get a few things every once in a while. And he went through and bought me a ton of stuff off of it, and I'll insert that picture over here somewhere of all the stuff that he got me for Christmas in December. Well, this year he discovered that he thought about it a little bit more, and winter is our slow time. So see, I work in pest control, customer service, administrative, scheduling, all that stuff. That's what I do. Pest control. The slow season is in the winter. So we it starts to really slow down in about October and then picks up again about March. That's usually when we start seeing things pick up again, especially in April, especially if March has been rainy. So anyway, we've got that little slow period. So Christmas is real smack dab in the middle of our slow period. So he decided, instead of doing the big gift thing like that, and he likes to do that instead of bonuses because he wants to get you something that is unique to you. So instead of doing it in Christmas, as this year comes around, he decided to do Christmas in July. This is when we have a better cash flow. It just makes better business sense for us to do it in July. So anyway, enough about that. You guys want to know, what did this man get you? Because I saw that picture that was right there, and I'll post it again, of all the stuff he got you at Christmas time. So what did he get you this time? And so some of the stuff that I put on my wish list is like really truly wish stuff, and I probably wouldn't never get it. And then he goes and gets it for me, and it's pretty amazing. Anyway, enough, I know. All right, let's get started with the goodies. Let's start with the yarn. Last year, whenever at Christmas time, he got me a ton of yarn. I mean, a ton. And this is where I was introduced to Premier yarns. And like this one he got me, I'm bringing a hook with it. This one he got me last year, and I'm making a blanket for my husband. Love these colors. So I'm actually making the Jada and Stitches crochet along with this in black and gray and white included. I will link that down below, her crochet along. I'm sure she has a playlist with it, but I'm like 3 months behind. I really need to catch up on it. But this year he only got me a little bit of yarn, but they're beautiful yarns. They're ones that I hadn't worked with yet. I was really hoping to start work with at some point, so I know what I like. So I haven't felt this one yet, but he got me a big, huge ball of the Bernat Handicrafter. That's huge. Look, see? That's how big it is. I got a big old melon, so that's pretty big. Let's see, what's the yardage in this puppy? And this is the cotton, the Bernat Handicrafter cotton. It is 14 ounces or 400 grams. It's 674 yards. Or those of you on the metric system, it is. I doing my mouth like that because for some reason that means I'm going to see better. No, not really. I just do that. It's kind of like whenever you put on mascara, girls, you're like, yeah, that's what I'm doing. It really does nothing for you. Anyway, 674 yards and 616 meters. So that is a whole lot of cotton. It's a pretty color. I got to think about what I want to make with this. If I want to make like, it shows a blanket, but I want to use it for something more like, maybe I can make myself a top with this, or if I'm not too big, maybe I can make a baby outfit with this, like a little onesie, or of course I could always go to rags and stuff like that, but I don't know, I'll figure it out. If you have a thought of what I can make with this beautiful color here of cotton, let me know. so I can see if I can't do that. All right. Next bit of yarn is, I'm actually going to get a bunch of this in a Mary Maxim kit that I bought, but they're taking forever to send it to me, which is frustrating me just a little bit. But I bought another Mary Maxim blanket kit, which of course will become another haul video if they ever send it to me. But I got a bunch of this type of yarn. And now it's all smushed from the makers that sent it to me. It's like all like messy and smushed, but see, messy and smushed. But look at those colors, isn't that so pretty? And I don't know if it's real true on here, but it's like a lilac green blend, and then it goes into this more indigo or periwinkle. No, that's not periwinkle, that's a little bit more indigo, I guess. Isn't that a gorgeous yarn? It's beautiful. Now, I don't think this is as soft as Unforgettable. It's still very soft. It's more soft, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's more soft than the Lion Brand Landscape, which is a similar roving yarn like this one. But it's not as soft as the Unforgettable. So, but it's still very soft. But this is a DK weight. I also got this color. Here we go. Sure did take its sweet time to focus, darn it. But isn't that beautiful? Okay, but he's so funny because I always put that I need a quantity of 3 because I always like to buy these in 3. And honestly, this one here does not feel nearly as soft as this one, which I find really strange because they're both the same, but this one feels a little bit more catchy, a little bit more like the Unforgettable than this one. And this one feels closer to, I'm sorry, back that up. This feels closer to the Landscape, the less soft, and this one feels closer to the Unforgettable. So I don't know why those feel so different because they're the same blend. Let me check. Yeah, they're both 100% acrylic. They're both 290 yards. See here? They're both 265 meters. And they're both made in China. They're both Mary Maxim Prism. Not Prison. It's not Prison. It's Prism. And this one is called Rain Shower. And this one is, of course, Rainbow. So they're both very beautiful. I don't understand why this one would be softer than this one. It could just be where I'm feeling it on the yarn. But yet this feels decidedly different from this one. So that's a little strange, but anyway, those are those two. And then the last bit of yarn that I got, which I'm not going to open up, although it's super squishy. I wish I could open it up without getting it out of the bag, but I want to keep it in the bag because I want to feel it. But I've heard it's super soft. You tell me if it's super soft. It's very squishy. So, but it is Scarfie. And I would have never even thought of looking up this yarn if it hadn't been for Bag a Day. She goes on and on about this in a video. I forget which one because I've watched several, as have we all. But anyway, one of her videos, she goes on about Scarfie. And that's why I decided, hey, I'm going to put it on my list so I can check it out sometime. This is a nice size thing. And of course, you know, I bet you I'll make a scarf out of it. If not a hat, I might make a hat. But you can make one scarf or one hat, or with one ball you can make a scarf or hat, or you need 5 balls to make a sweater. Which I like how they do that on Lion Brand, they tell you. And then this particular ball here, which it is a pretty good size ball, not as big as my cotton, and it's not as tightly spun or, you know, wrapped as my cotton, but so it doesn't have quite that much yardage, but it's still a good size thing here. Now this is a bulky, whereas these were DK. This is a 5 weight, it's a worsted weight, my cotton was, and then this one is a bulky weight. And there's 5.3 ounces or 150 grams or 312 yards or 285 meters. So it's a nice size ball, and they probably recommend a 6 millimeter. Let's see. I'm sorry, they recommend a 6.5 millimeter hook or 5.5 millimeter needle. And it is machine wash, cool, lay flat to dry. It's made in Turkey. And looking for the colorway. The colorway is Coral Cream. Coral / cream. So it's not like a fancy, it's saying this is coral and cream. And that's pretty much what it is, coral and cream. So I can't wait to make something out of that. It probably will be a scarf or a shawl of some sort, a small shawl. But I think I'm gonna do a scarf. I'm gonna do a scarf. So that is the yarn that I got. Hey guys, I know that this isn't the best lighting, but I forgot to include this. This is something that I missed because I got it in a bunch of different pieces, so I was kind of collecting everything as I was getting it in. But this is another skein of yarn that he picked up for me, which this is a Lion Brand landscape yarn, and the name of this one is, look how that works up, isn't it gorgeous? Which is hard to see the true colors on this because of the lighting here, so it's not the best lighting in the world. But this one's called Coral Reef. So, and here you can see the colors. So it's hard to see. Isn't that pretty? Anyway, I'll have that one linked down below as well, but I wanted to show you that real quick. That's another ball of yarn that he got me. Thanks so much. That was pretty amazing yarn. Even just that would have been amazing, right? Right? You understand, because yarn, getting yarn, especially yarn that you haven't played with before, and that you kind of had on your wish list to check out, just getting that is amazing. But no, I've got more. I've got tons more. Well, I say tons more. I mean, to me it's tons more. Hopefully you feel like it's tons more. And I'm just excited to really get into this and show you guys what I got. I got a couple things down here, so we'll grab them, put them up here. I know you hear the crinkling. Alright, so let's start with the little things first, okay? Alright, so we all like pretty scissors. I know we all like pretty scissors. Come on, you like pretty scissors, don't you? Look at that. Aren't those gorgeous? Gonna focus. There we go. Aren't those so pretty? So I got these scissors, so they're gonna go in with all my tools that I have. So that, plus I had one hook that I had not gotten yet in my favorite hooks. And by the way, all this stuff is going to be linked down below. I will tell you, they're all going to be affiliate links, but it really is, he got me everything from Amazon, so I will link everything down below if there's anything that you think it looks amazing. And I really probably should have gone over the price with it. The yarn, I think, is a little bit more expensive than if you were to get like straight from Michael's, or I've always found that Amazon yarn tends to be, unless you find a good sale, tends to be a little bit more expensive than if you were to go straight with Michael's or straight from the brand site. And so let me tell you the price of the yarn. So this Mary Maxim, the Prism yarns, run about $10, so they are pretty expensive. Like this one, it doesn't have the price on it on the listing for me right now, but this one, I think they were comparable together. This one was $9.64, and then this Amazon is selling for $9.99, and the Handicrafter cotton, this one, and this is Robin egg color, by the way. This one is $14.99. So that was the price. I don't go to Amazon for yarn deals. I don't. I just put on a wish list, and then I look them up somewhere else and see if I can get them cheaper somewhere else. So that's not my favorite place for yarn deals. Everything else though, yes. Yeah, unless of course I have a 50% off coupon. So, oh, and the scissors were, those scissors that I just showed you, those were $8.29 or $8.29 on Amazon. And the next thing I'm going to show you is, this is so super cute. And it's actually a crocheted item, but I didn't crochet it. It's already got like pet hair on it, but look. I've already had, you probably already seen this in another video. Holy cow, isn't this little guy cute? It's a little tape measure. And it's crocheted. So somebody took this and crocheted on top of it. I don't have any yarn this weight. I think it's probably mercerized, or however you pronounce that, cotton. Isn't that so pretty? Look at that little guy. Not pretty, cute. That's super cute. Okay, but he is on Amazon, and he's on Amazon for $9.95. And I'm blurring. There we go. Okay, and this this little guy is $9.95 on Amazon. Okay, the next thing that I got was to finish out my collection for the Armour crochet hooks. There's one that I was missing, and it was not that one. It was this one. Yeah, it was this one. I've already taken it out and stored it, so let me put this down here. This one, it may or may not. There we go. So this is the 12mm hook. And you know, if you haven't tried crochet hooks, especially their big hooks, they are incredibly light. They really, really are. I even have their 15mm. They're amazingly light, really, they are. So that one on Amazon is $9.45 for the hook. The bigger hooks are get a little, you know, a little bit more pricey. They don't sell those in the package like the smaller hooks up to 6mm. So that is what was next. It's my Dollar Tree box that I store a lot of my stuff in. And so I'm going to move that back there. So the next thing is okay, this one I think I can open so I can show you some of what's inside. And then I can put them back in and close it again. So it is a whole bag of pom-poms. Now the only thing I don't like about these, which I will link them down below, is I don't feel a tie. There's no string. So, oh wait. Oh, okay. That's okay. You can put yarn to it. There's a small, I don't know if you see that, but there is a small like elastic right there. It's gonna be blurry. There we go. So here you can see there's a small elastic right there. And I just realized that I've been recording this whole thing with the AC on, plus my last video I did with the AC on. But hopefully it won't be too distracting. It's a little bit of a low hum, so. And this I got in tons of colors. So included in this were these two gray ones, and then there's supposed to be, I think maybe, it's this one. This one's a little bit more tan. There you go. Tan, like a little fur look. And then 4 white with maybe some of the white with a little bit of black or gray in it, and then some black with white in it, and then some just pure black. It's 2 and 2 and 2 it looks like, so 2 of everything. And they do come in this nice little resealable little cellophane package, like nice and smushed like that. And so I got those, and that pack of 12 is on Amazon for $12.99. Okay, now I'm going to get to some of the bigger stuff, the stuff that's a little bit more expensive, except for the last two items. They're not as expensive. But this is stuff that's a little bit more expensive. I'm still going to link it down below if you really love it. I do, except for I'm not sure about one thing, but it's going to make for a great video anyway. Alright, so next up is a yarn bowl. And I'm so excited about this yarn bowl. Look at this. Any Game of Thrones fans out there? With House Stark right there. Oh, I love it. Anyway, look at that. That is a good size yarn bowl. It's usually, for most basic yarns, a cake would fit in here, I think. Basic yarn balls. If you change the skein to a cake, it should fit in here for the most part. I think I had a Karen 1 pound that I split into 4, and the 4 pieces would, one of each at one time would fit in here when I caked it. Cause, but for what my yarn winder can do, this is the perfect size, because I can't really cake much bigger than this, so this is perfect. Perfect size for it. I did have another one which the cat just broke like 2 days ago. I had another one that I had. It was a darn good yarn. There was one that he actually got me last year, and had a lid on it. And I thought, oh, that's awesome, it's a lid so the cat won't get in it, won't bug it. It was tiny, not very big at all. Now for the yarn cakes that you get from Darn Good Yarn in like their boxes, their monthly boxes, those would fit perfectly in it. But as far as like other regular cakes, no, it's more for a scrap yarn thing, which if I'll put a picture of that like right there so you can see what I'm talking about. It's not that big. This is a much bigger yarn bowl, and I really love it. And this is where I had my other one that the cat knocked over, because of course they travel across. I'm not sure if I'm going to store this one there or not, but we're going to put it there just for the time being. And that yarn bowl is $38 on Amazon, and of course I'll have that link down below. Now this is probably the next thing is probably the most expensive thing he got me. I would have never bought this for myself, because they are hooks, and my favorite hooks are crochet, or not crochet. My favorite hooks are Clover Armour hooks, not the Clover Soft Touch, Clover Armour hooks. Okay, and these a lot of people love as well, but I was never necessarily tempted to get them. But I put them on my list just in case, you know, hey, I had an extra 50 some odd dollars to, you know, drop, and maybe I'd get them and try them out. Anyway, he got me. Can you see those? The Tulip hooks. Yes. So you know what this means. This means that coming up at some point here before the end of this, the end of the year, I'm going to compare this with the Clover Armour hooks. I'm going to compare the two. These are more expensive than Clover hooks. So, on first look, I still feel like Clover is going to be my favorite, but we will see. I'm going to compare the two, so I'm going to do a comparison, and there will be a video for that. Yeah, there will be, absolutely. I'm going to put you down here a little bit more. I feel like you're a little bit too high up. And this scratch right here, this is my cat last night, right there. So last night, my little orange kitty that you guys see a lot, he was wanting me to put him up. No, it wasn't last night, it was the night before. Anyway, that doesn't matter. He wanted me to put him up on his food. We have his food up because we have 2 dogs as well. So he wanted me to put him up where his food is because he can't jump up there. He had an ear infection really young, and because of that ear infection, he's got a constant tilt to his head, and he can't jump up super high. So we have to put him up where his food is. So he's wanting me to do that, but I wanted to snuggle him before I put him up there because I was about to go to bed. So I was hugging and loving on him, and it was very close to where his food is, so he decided to get to his food regardless of what I wanted, and that's how I ended up scratched. So it was my fault. Anyway, back to the haul, right? Okay, those are those hooks. This will become a comparison and contrast video. I'm very excited about this one. I am actually not, I'm gonna leave them in this bag, which that's coming down. I'm gonna leave them in this cellophane because if I really don't like them and I don't ever plan on using them, there is a good chance that this will become a giveaway. So we'll see when that time comes. So I have this planned for, I think it's November, as a November or December haul video, comparison video. Yeah, I make plans. I have everything all planned out. All right, the next one is super duper cool, and it's probably going to be one of my first reviews. And those, by the way, I'm sorry, let me back up to the hooks. Those hooks are $55.99, and that's the reason why I say. And in this package, now granted, you get a nice case with it, and you get a pair of scissors with it, but you only get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hooks. So that's $55.99 for 8 hooks, plus a carrying case and a pair of scissors, and there's a couple of needles and just a real small tape there to check your gauge. So that's what's included for $55.99. Crochet, I keep saying crochet. Clover Armour hooks, you get 10 of those, but that's all you get, just the 10, and they're in that little plastic, it looks almost like a crayon box. It's usually, you can get them for about $35 to $40, so just heads up on that. And I always have those linked down below because, like I say, those are my favorite hooks. I'm gonna try them against the Tulip, and maybe mine will get changed, but for now, those are my favorite hooks, and they will always be linked in every single one of my videos. So next up is, this is actually, it's not that expensive, but I wanted to try this for well, you know, whenever you're crocheting, say maybe in the car, or just maybe you still want to crochet but in the bed, but your significant other wants to go to sleep. Look at this. It looks kind of like, you know, those Bluetooth, when they first started the Bluetooth headphones were getting really popular. You remember this kind of neck thing that they did on the Bluetooth, which I didn't like, by the way. I didn't like that. I got a weedy neck. So hopefully this won't feel too tight on me. So I'll see how this works, especially since I'm a big girl. So I think it would work differently on somebody who's thinner. But I will be reviewing this, and it's a Glocusent LED neck reading light. It's a book light for reading in bed, and it has 6 brightnesses. So it says perfect for reading, knitting, camping, and repairing. So I'm going to take a look at this, see how these work out for me. I'll do a review on them, and yeah, and then we'll go from there, and you can check them out for yourself. But these are $18.99, and of course I will link these down below as well if you're interested in trying them out. And of course they'll always be linked whenever I review them. I always put a link when I review something, because it just makes sense not to. Alright, the next one, again, super cool. There are 2 different types of these that you can get on Amazon. I chose this particular type because it felt like, I don't know, I guess the more pieces that come apart on it, the more likely you're to lose stuff, or things are to break or something. I don't know why. I decided I wanted to try these first. I did have the other kind on my wish list, but I did, this is what my boss decided to get me, which is flipping awesome. Love it. So, this is what it looks like on the outside. And no, it's not just another crochet. I mean, it is a crochet hook case, and it is more hooks, but they're very, very special hooks. Alright, they're the kind that light up. And I got them in several sizes. And of course, this case also comes with, well, this this is like a thread where you can pull out a seam. And then scissors, which this scissors feel very cheap. And another tape measure. So, but these are pretty cool. I'm excited about these, especially for crocheting with dark yarns. Let me go ahead and take one out and light it up right now. See what it looks like. Take this. Alright, so this is the one where it's all one hook, so it doesn't come apart. There's another kind out there where they do come apart. Oh! Alright, so that may have been a bad idea. Okay, I'm back, and that did not go so well. So, I'm gonna just, well, I'll show you this. I'll go into more detail in the review. And inside each hook, you have this little piece of paper, and of course that one already came out. See this little piece of paper? See if that'll focus for you. Alright, you see that little piece of paper? So you gotta pull that out for it to work, right? On top of that little piece of paper is a battery. See those two batteries? There's another one just like it that goes in the middle, and when you pull out that piece of paper, if you're not careful, that battery in the middle goes flying, which is what happened to me. So just a heads up on that when you're opening up these hooks. Also, it looks like they are set to go on automatically, so make sure you turn them off. Just a couple little, dang it, I keep on losing. These little batteries want to pop right out, so just be careful. I'm not gonna mess with the other ones because that's annoying, but there we go. That's what they look like lit up. So I'll do a better review on this so you can see it with dark yarn, so you can better see. But there they are, all lit up. Look like I'm got like little crochet lightsabers. These, and you get the sizes in this particular pack. You get sizes C through K, which in millimeter terms, that means 2.5 through, dang it, when you put them back in, whenever you go to slide them in between the other ones, they want to turn on. So another thing to keep in mind, yeah, see, mine just turned on again. So that's 2.5 millimeter through 6.5 millimeter. So that is the light up crochet hooks, and they're flat, so not fully ergonomic, but they're flat, and they have, this is a nice soft touch. So it's very similar to the, I think similar to the the Clover soft touch. Not as soft, but still nice. So there's those. So that's these light up hooks. I'll do a better review on those at another time, but just a quick heads up, if you do decide to get them, be careful when you're taking the little tabby out, because those little batteries go flying, and I think that we already lost one. So heads up on that. That will be linked down below, of course, and that one is $25.99 on Amazon. Now, the last two things that I got were really nifty. I'm going to show you the smaller one first. And so they're both books, which, you know, you can never have too many crochet books. This one's a real small one. It's basically to make a blanket, but it's a motif blanket. So it's almost like you're doing your own personal crochet along. This one's called 63 Easy-To-Crochet Pattern Stitches Combine to Make an Heirloom Afghan, and by Leisure Arts. Okay, and it's got a bunch of interesting textures on it. So they've got some of the bobble stitches, just a whole bunch of different types of stitches, so that you can learn the stitch and then make an Afghan out of it, which is kind of what I'm doing for my Stitch Studies series, although I'm not nearly as neat as this is, because I didn't go through and figure out the calculations. I just started making them, and eventually I'll block them and put some to find out which ones work best together and put some together. But anyway, I'm not perfect. And I did make a book, so if I made a book, I might have done the calculations beforehand. Anyway, all right, so the next book is, oh, and that book right here, this little book is only $6.95 on Amazon. Of course, that one will be linked down below. And the final gift that I got in this haul, which is flippin' awesome. Actually, I really, really love this book. I can't wait to try out some of this stuff, but this is down the road. So it's gonna be stored on my bookshelf for a little while, but, and it is one of those spiral bound, although I wish it was fully spiral because I can't bend it back on itself. But I got the crochet motif book. So I'm gonna go into this one in more detail in its own video. Just like I'm also, I don't know if I'm gonna do the pattern stitches. I think I will do that one in its own video, because I want to look at it more in depth. I've just glanced at it, but I mean, just to see, I'm gonna hold a little back, but they do the write-up of how to do it, plus the diagrams. So it teaches you how to read the diagrams as well as the write-ups. But this is super duper cool, and it's not all circles or funky shapes, but they also have squares. Excited to get that, to try that. And they don't have names for these motifs, but I was looking at this. That would make a super cool scrubby. I was just looking at that. That would make such a cool scrubby, don't you think? Anyway, I got distracted by that. So that is everything that I got. I'll put a, you know, you'll see a picture up at the beginning, but anyway, I just thought that was so awesome. I wanted to share everything that he got with me and know that, hey, you've got these, I've got a bunch of these review videos coming up, and I have a plan of what's going to come first and next, but you know what, if you guys want to put your input in and tell me what you want to see as far as a review video out of all the little things that you saw, if there's something that you want to see first, let me know in the comments below, and that'll be kind of like a vote. And if something just really jumps out, then, and that makes me change up my the way that I do my order, then so be it. I'll do it. I have no problem with that. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching me all the way to the end. I really appreciate it. If you haven't yet, be sure to subscribe, like this video, and subscribe down below. And if you like reviews and hauls, and I also do some tutorials and then crochet stitch studies. If you like all that kind of stuff, then hit that subscribe button and hit the bell so you're alerted every time that I put up a new video. So I can't wait to talk to you again. Thank you so much for joining me, and you guys have a wonderful day. Bye-bye. And he's so funny. The color all of a sudden changed in here. Why is that? Maybe that's it. My computer went into sleep. 3 ounces or 100 and let me try that again. My computer started to interrupt me with what time it was. Thank you. But my daughter just gave me a drink. Oh, damn it. I just lost another one. No, I didn't. It's right here.